Greetings, fellow YouTubers. This is the Budget Army channel with yet another exciting video for your viewing pleasure. I recently had a request to show off my gun collection. Now, I will say it's not anywhere near as big as it used to be. Getting married, having children, things of that nature, buying houses, tends to pare down some people's collections unless they're extremely well off, which we are not. So, I'm going to start with my long guns. I have more long guns than handguns right now, and that used to be the exact opposite before I was married. I had way more handguns than long guns, but this is the way it is for now. So I'll start with, the way I've got them arranged here is oldest to youngest, and that is not in the order that I got them in, but actual age of the rifles themselves. Let's start with Mr. Mosin Nagant, which is actually my most recent purchase. This is my oldest rifle now, and my oldest gun, period, I think, in my collection. According to the receiver, it was made in 1943 in the Ashevsk arsenal. There were two main arsenals that made them. Ashevsk was one, Tula was another. That is the 9130 variant, of which about, I think, 17 million of these were made. Total Mosin Nagants made many more than that, but of this particular variant, about 17 million, I think. Next is my quality hardware M1 carbine. It was built in 1944, and I looked up the serial number once, and I can't remember the site because I haven't been able to find it since, but it was in the range of a lot of serial numbers, that of a lot that was sent to Panama in 44. The barrel is marked October 43. It's an Underwood barrel, which is correct. This is not the original stock. You could tell by the shininess. It is a replacement stock. The bore is in great condition. I imagine it's the original barrel. It does have the lug because it was late war. I don't know if that's period correct for this rifle or not. I don't believe the sight is. That is a Type 3 sight, and I believe they had the other type of sight. So the numbers, though, of when I took it apart, the numbers do match of the ones I was able to find. So other than that, it's more of a shooter than a collector. But I've had this gun for quite a while, and I want to say I paid like $350 for it, maybe 12 years ago. So obviously they cost a lot more now. Next is my Romanian Wasser 1063. According to the Trunnion, it was made in 1978. Was the original date of this of the military receiver that this is built on. The rifle itself, of course, is a lot newer. But I'm going by the date on the receiver because I don't know exactly. It was probably made late 2008, 2009. So it's kind of, whether it belongs here or not is kind of debatable. And I've got the bayonet on there with the scabbard and stuff like that. Next is my Remington 700 BDL 30-06. This is not a factory stock as far as I can tell. I bought this rifle used in the early 90s, maybe 93. So it's either early 90s, late 80s production. I haven't looked up the serial number. The muzzle brake, I don't know if you can see that in this lighting. That is not factory. That is an aftermarket or custom muzzle brake. It's not removable. It is permanently attached to the muzzle. The scope is just a Bushnell Sport View. It came with the rifle when I bought it, so not great optics. I mean, it works. I haven't shot it that much. 30-06. I can't remember if I mentioned that before. And so, like I said, either late 80s or early 90s. Followed by my Mossberg 500A Persuader shotgun. I bought this new. Oh, by the way, I paid like $4.25 for that one. Yeah, I paid $4.99 for the Wasser, and that was almost 2 years ago, I think. The Mossberg I bought new for $200. It didn't come with this Butler Creek folding stock. That was a $40 purchase shortly after I got the shotgun. The heat shield was $20, I want to say. It came with a regular rifle stock with a pistol grip. I mean, a separate pistol grip that you could interchange. And I just went with the folding stock with a pistol grip. Then we come to my AR-15. This is the one I built on a double star lower receiver with a Delton M4 kit. It's just a basic kit. Doesn't even have the M4 feed ramps, I don't believe. You know what? Let's take a look. I don't know. I haven't really taken that close of a look. So, let's pop the receiver open. Hold on a second. I take it back. It does have the M4 feed ramps. You see them there at the bottom? And really, that's more helpful if you have a full auto, which of course I do not. So, alright, I'm going to put this back together. Yep, so that's it for my long gun collection. Once again, Mosin Nagant M1 carbine by Quality Hardware. Romanian Wasser 1063 AK variant. Remington 700 BDL in 30-06. Mossberg 500. 500A. 500, so I can't remember. Persuader. 12 gauge pump. And of course my AR-15 double star low receiver on a Delton M4 kit. Alright, let's take a look at my handguns now. Okay, now for the handguns. As you can see, I'm down to 4 measly little handguns. I actually used to have more than 3 times this many, but like I said, you know, getting married, buying a house, having kids, it just kind of does that. I don't know why. Is it just me? Maybe it's just me. I don't know. Alright, once again, they are from oldest to youngest, and they are actually, they are in the order that I obtained them. My oldest gun is a Ruger 2245 Mark II. I bought this maybe 15, 16 years ago. 200 bucks, 22 long rifle. I got it because it is the same rake angle and control positions as a 1911, and I just bought it for cheap practice. And it's done great. The only time it really, you know, messes up is when it gets really dirty if I'm using really cheap ammo. So that's just, you know, kind of one thing to be careful of. The one other thing I guess I could say I don't like, or the one thing I don't like about the Ruger 1022s, or the Ruger 2245s, or really pretty much any Ruger 22 pistol, is that they are really a pain to take down and clean. It's just unnecessarily difficult in my opinion, but that's just me. Then I've got my SIG P229. It's I bought this used as factory refurb. I got it for $5.39, I think it was, at a gun show. And it's got night sights. It is in .40 caliber. And the sights, Trijicon, on their sights, they put the year of manufacture. These were made in 1999. I did write to SIG asking if they could give me information on the gun. And they will for $13, I think it is. So I just, you know, it's not that important. I imagine this was a police trade-in. Because it's set up. I was specifically looking for a 229 without rails because I just don't like rails on guns if I can help it. I've been very happy with it. This was my first carry piece, and I carried it for a while until I got this baby right here. But SIG 229 and .40 Smith & Wesson. Great gun. I've never had an issue. The gun is more accurate than I am. This is the gun that I used to qualify for my concealed handgun permit, and I got 50 out of 50, and actually the instructor was very impressed with how accurate I was, and I said, well, actually the gun has to be accurate first before I can be. So anyway, then comes my wife's, yes, it is my wife's, 3rd generation Glock 26 9mm. Bought it new, traded in her Smith & Wesson 3913 Ladysmith, because actually she didn't shoot the gun extremely well, the Ladysmith. She would get 4 shots on target, and then after that, it was anybody's guess as to where the bullets would fly. So she liked how the Glock felt in her hand. She seems to like guns with wider grips. In fact, she shot this gun, my SIG, very well. But she liked how it looked. It was cute and all that other stuff. And as long as she likes it, that's fine with me. And she shoots this gun really, really well. She can place her shots extremely well. She liked the trigger's good for her and everything. So that is the 3rd youngest. I guess the third oldest. Anyway, 2nd youngest. And then of course my Kimber Pro Carry 2. The only thing I've changed is that I've got the Infidel grips by Custom Killer Grips. Visit them on the web at customkillergrips.com. It comes with the standard just black sights, and when every gun that I've had has pretty much has had like the 3-dot sights, if not night sights. And this is pretty much the first gun that I've had that I have shot extensively that just had plain black sights. And I was kind of worried about me being able to obtain a target with black sights, but I found out that actually the plain black sights are easier for me in some ways because, as weird as it sounds, it's not just, you know, my sight picture is not distracted, I guess, by the dots. So, you know, that worked out really well for me. So there are my handguns: Ruger 2245 Mark II, Sig Sauer P229. That is an older generation. You can also tell by the takedown latch. It's flat, doesn't have that little raised area to make it easier to take down. Probably made in 98, 99. Third generation Glock 26, probably manufactured in 2009. And then, of course, my Kimber Pro Carry 2, manufactured probably in 2010. So that's it. That's my firearms collection as it stands right now. I'm always looking to build it, but you know, it's easier said than done. I'm trying to come up with some way to hold a 500 plus subscriber contest. It may end up going to like 600 just because, first of all, I've only got one really good prize so far to give away, and I do want it to be at least a decent contest. So thanks for watching. I hope that was somewhat interesting for you, and have a great day.